anything that you think we didn't touch on for our sex appeal? Because Jay, you did an awesome job. I mean, I know you're used to being the announcer. You lead a lot of shows and stuff. So you're a natural at it. But is there anything else we could have added to it? Because I think everything was covered. That's my opinion.
I don't know. I would say maybe if there are any deal breakers for you as it pertains to sex appeal, like, okay, so this is like a must for me. Like, okay, if you don't have this, then we ain't gonna work.
That's a good point, Aisha. We didn't cover that.
Yeah,
that is really
that was
good
a good
because
one. Oh,
that
wow.
is, yeah. I think there are. I think we all have some.
Yeah, I had
That
one and I married mine. I'm like, oh hell, how did that happen?
well, I mean, that are physical deal breakers from a sex appeal standpoint. Like I just, I use the word teeth, dental work. Like some women may say, if you don't have, I don't care how fine he is, I don't care how muscular he is or how tall or whatever. If his grill is jacked up, I ain't how, he can't get nowhere with me. I don't know
Right,
if that
exactly.
might be a deal breaker. Because you're like, hey, I ain't gonna build a man. Then you might find another woman say, I go take him right to the dentist, girl. I ain't got no problem with it. But that is interesting. What are deal breakers and comes to being sexually attractive?
We have to do a part 2 and rename it. But
What are some deal breakers? Yeah.
Deal breakers. I'll tell you one thing.
Yeah.
You can't have a high ass and a big ass as a man. That's just not going to work.
Yes, I don't like the church booties either.
No, that's not
the
cool.
ass. Damn, the church booty. Oh God.
Yeah,
So
wearing
they're
a tight
saying
suit too, and it's
Right.
out in the back like that because you got too much ass as a man. That's a deal breaker.
so it can't not only be high,
Yes.
meaning up short torso, butt up in the air, but it can't be bigger than yours either.
Absolutely not. If you think about it, and you got on that suit and you winging yourself out like that as a man, that's not good. No, that's a deal breaker.
I said I like nice butts, but yeah, I have.
You know what I'm talking about? That high
grabbable butt.
Like
I can't do flat stag. Pants sliding off your booty. I can't do.
Yeah, I don't want no pants sliding off your booty. I'd rather you have a very small booty than have all that ass back there. And your suit jacket, you know how the suit jacket colds like this, but it's like that because you gotta have food because your ass.
Oh wow. So
like I ain't never seen nobody like that.
So you can't have a complete flat ass. A man can't have no flat ass.
No,
like
I mean, what doesn't mean much to me. I'll just be honest. My husband has got a little small butt, but I always say this all the time. I'm glad that you don't have no big, large ass. That's just, he always said, why you keep saying that? I was like, because when you see somebody and they in their jeans and they turn around, they got more hips than a woman and their ass is high out. Oh, hell no.
Right.
That's a turn off. I need you to be like,
I do understand, because I mean, I couldn't deal. I don't know. I ain't gonna say I couldn't deal. I've never talked to a woman that's had no butt at all. It's completely flat. Like it's just skin and literally a bone back there. Because that's not physically attractive to me. So I've never talked to a woman like that. So I know that, women out there that don't have that are good women. So please don't get it wrong. All y'all listening on the porch, we love y'all. If you ain't got no ass, we still love you. I'm just saying, from my perspective, that would be probably a deal breaker. Like if I met her, she was sitting down and the conversation seemed to be going great. Then you stood up and there's zero. I mean, you got 5% cheek meat, because you gotta have a little cheek meat back there. There's no butt cheek meat. And don't mess around and have no hips. Now that's a horrible combination.
Right.
Like I know a lot of women that are athletes and track stars, for instance. You'll see no hips in the front, but then they got the
bump in the back.
Right, they got the bump in the back now. They got the bump, but they don't have no, hourglass, no hips or anything.
No.
And that's not bad. I mean, that's fine. I still see, they make it work for them with certain outfits you have on. But
I agree. You know,
but
so
yeah,
that's
we
my
all
big
got deal breakers.
I'm glad that
Yeah,
was
well,
a good one, Aisha. That was a good one. So,
right,
anything else?
absolutely. Y'all know
That's it,
y'all
you
a
guys.
man's type. Y'all won't y'all know a lot of women don't think short men are sexy.
Yeah,
A
sorry.
man shorter than them are sexy. I know a lot of the short brothers catch flack for that.
Yeah.
You know, not being sexy unless you got a big wallet.
Well,
You know, that,
I don't know. I was it was a guy in Richmond and I just remember that he always had like a really mean attitude because he was like 5'2", 5'3". Um, and he one day he was just talking. We used to work together. He was just talking to me. He was like, I got a good job, and I have a lot to offer. But the first thing they always say, I wish you was a little taller. You know what I mean? He's like, ain't nothing I can do about that. If I was, everybody in my family's short. I was like, well, I mean, people had their preferences, and it's always going to be somebody for you though somewhere. But he was really angry about that because what he wanted in a woman, what was appealing to him, and I guess we didn't hit on this. What's appealing to him was not appealing to most women. You see what I'm saying? He was appealing to his own self because he thought he was fine. You know, well, nobody wants to be walking around looking like you got your kid with you. And he, because he's not even the
man,
average size for a woman. Even a small petite woman. So, how do you have that type of relationship? But I mean, I'm sure to each his own. But that was a big challenge for him. So, um, another
yeah,
good one, another good one. So
yeah,
another good one.
okay.
All right, so that I'm gonna wrap up the after show. Thank you, Aisha. Thank you, Jay. And
Y'all welcome.
as usual, we are never here to offend anyone. I hope everyone enjoyed this episode because we're just here to inform everyone. This is just our opinion. Don't take it to heart, but we enjoy you guys joining us every week. So join us again this Wednesday when we bring out a new episode. You can always get updates on our social media pages, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I'm your girl, Kimmy.
Aisha.
This is JB from NC.
Everybody
Yeah,
have a
yeah.
wonderful week on purpose, and we'll see you next week.